And I think we're back. Welcome everyone to another evening of live development for Hollow Heart in Godot. This evening I'm going to be taking my project and converting it to Godot 4 beta. And I've already done the process of setting up a new project, or setting up the new Godot 4 beta and importing my project. And obviously there's just a million errors I'm going to be going through and kind of looking at the errors that come up and figuring out what the correct new nodes need to be, what the correct classes are. And I've done this a little bit already, but we're just going to start going through pieces of this thing, and hopefully we can learn some new stuff about the Godot 4 beta. And this is a branch of my project, so if it ends up being a something we don't need to switch over to, we can always go back to the old one without too much pain here. So just to start with, I mean, I got the new engine open. There are a bunch of obviously they switched away from Mono to .NET, and that has its own set of problems to run into here. So I haven't run into too many based on that yet, but I still haven't got the thing to build. So the first thing we're going to be doing is just working at it until we can get an actual build of the project. And so where I'm at now is errors in my animation. It's actually the creature skeleton handles. So let's see, where was I at? I was down here. And so it looks like they added a new class type called an animation library. And originally, when you were setting up an animation, you would have an animation name and then a key that would be used to call the animation. And I built a system that kind of handled all of my animations and loaded in new weapons, and determined what the animations were for those weapons, where they kind of sat in the graph, and populated with them with the weapons assigned animations for the states and strikes and stuff. So you can see I've got all these different states with their own tree in the graph, and I need to start going through and actually setting these things up. So in here we're assigning one-shot animations, which is the animations that fire when you make an attack or you do something that's not a new state that you move into. So I need to figure out. So it looks like I've got here, I mean, this actually looks like I finished, because we've got an animation library. Let me peek at these things. So it uses accessible through Godot string name keys for use with Godot animation player nodes. I kind of want to look at what the graph looks like nowadays. Let's see. Let's see what the graph looks like. I don't know if it'll let me open this guy. There it goes, okay. So let's take a look at my character over here. Oh, it looks like I'm going to re-import all of the sprites too. There's probably a way to batch that in though. Let's see. Oh man, it broke all of my graph. Oh, that's brutal. So my graph had all of these different transition states for each one of these strikes. That is brutal. Okay. So let's see how they set up animations or transitions now. Looks like they've got a... What is this transition node? So this transition node used to be a state node. Transition, okay, so how do I add another thing in here? Enabled inputs, I guess. Yeah, here we go. Oh, looks like they still exist. They just need to be added and rehooked up. That is brutal. Okay. I think each one has 8. Yep, each one's got 8. I'm pretty sure this is not one. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go through and rehook all these up. I will... Let me see if it updates when I save. Nope, doesn't update when I save. It'll probably update if I add a new animation, because it only updates the graph when you add a node on it. It's really not great, guys. Wish they'd fix that. Luckily, I've got all these sorted in the right order, but man, that is brutal. Okay. And I'm going to take a look at how the animations are hooked up these days. It's definitely not the same. I wonder, because you can set up an animation, this new animation library, if you can actually grab a handful of animations from it. Or maybe it's just a way that the new way that it handling an animation. You couldn't handle the, you'd have to put in the key, and it would play based on the key. Okay, I'm not going to dig into that just now. I'm just going to go through these animations that I have to rehook up. Okay, so add animation library is the new function for adding an animation to an animation player. Let's take a look at the animation player. So that's the tree, and that's the player. And it has animations. Will you add a new library to the animation? Okay, so here we go. Library looks like it's a dictionary. And you're adding an animation to its library. Okay, that means we could figure out a way to leverage that to play animations. That's kind of neat, but I don't know why I would use that over the graph. Can't you just add like a regular animation to it? Or you can't. You can't anymore. Can we do looks like you have to add a library. What's the default? Like if you just add an animation here. Let's manage. That's kind of cool. There's a new thingy. Okay, so resource global. Is this the library? What is this? It's so weird looking. Let me see if there's something online about how they do the new documentation for this. Yeah. Okay. So the animation data. We're going to use the same animation across different models. That's kind of cool. That's neat too. Expression-based transitions. Okay, well, I don't use that. All my stuff is called directly in C#. Okay, so this This looks old, like it might be actually old. So OBS keeps disconnecting and reconnecting for some reason. Okay, well, let's go in. Actually, so if we need to set up these libraries, I want to see what happens if I create an animation here. Test. Okay. Just want to see what this. Okay, so that's animation here. And where do I? So I don't understand why it would need a library if there can just if there's a bucket. Are these actually just in a bucket? Is this the add a library? Test. Okay. So global is a library, I guess. Let's see. Is it just a string name? Can I just grab it by a string name? So built in, and these are storage locations of these things. Because it doesn't have a file path to it. That makes sense. But this reset doesn't make any sense. Why is it doing this draw to? Rename it global. Apparently not. Yeah, I have no idea if that's actually global with the brackets or not. I'm guessing it's not. So add animation library. It needs the string name. And then the library itself. So it looks like we're going to need to make a bunch of libraries. Because what I was doing here is I was actually adding the animation directly to its list of animations that were valid. And I'm going to need to figure out what the resource name and make the library based on the resource name, I guess. Yeah. You see up here, I load the animation. So I need to construct a library with that animation. And I need to add animation to it. And what string name do they do? Okay, so key value pair that I have, I can do pair.value. And then add the animation, which is this guy. Okay, so it looks like I can just do it up here, and then my code is roughly the same down here. And okay, so it is adding the animation library. We're gonna call this guy. Boom, and now we just needed a, let's see, string name. This is a global, so we'll just throw this in global. Okay, I just gotta copy this around. Come on. Is it reformatting every time I do something? Also, upgrading to Visual Studio was .NET 6 in the Visual Studio I was working in. Godot 3, I think it was 2017 or 2019. So I ended up having upgrading to 2021 or 2022, I forget which one it was. Okay, we'll go through. Why are these all look like they're erroring? But they're not. Oh, there's a case missing. Top. What did I do? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to load. I had to load in each state that was required with the new weapon that was added. So it's a big old list of these guys, because every time a new weapon or ability is added to the character, different animations are loaded with that state. So, for example, if you've got the bow and arrow. Has the hold down state, and that's going to be different than the block state that's in a different kind of pathway. So they had to load animations for each one of these states into the correct animation nodes in that giant graph for animations, but okay, so we have the right arm side of this. So I'm just going to copy this over. So left arm, right arm. So another thing about these states is I have two arms kind of control the different animation states of these things, and I load in different animations on each arm. And this is kind of back from when I was thinking about doing more complex characters, inventory swapping. So, all right, animation library, this is fine. Animation, pair, okay. So let's just grab these. We'll go back to copying. Clear out some of these errors. One thing they did as well is they took all of the calls that you would make on process, all the overrides, all the base calls that usually were floats, they converted them all to doubles, which I'm not exactly sure why, but that was just a pain to go through. Seemed like that was something that they could easily catch, converting stuff and just do it for you. Also, a bunch of functions that I had in here have been changed to remove ats, and thus errored instantly. So, and OBS just keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. Very weird. I hope things are coming out okay on YouTube side. Okay, there's a error here, which makes no. Oh, there we go. Must have accidentally deleted that. All right. So creature skeleton's done. Let's go take a look and build over here. Close this. Okay, so as you can see, we got a ton of bugs to dig through still, and we'll just go down the list. So get material. A lot of these casts have to be explicit now, or they'll error out on you, which I don't get either. I don't know why these things were texture 2D was converted into texture, so I got to clean those up. Float time remaining. All timers as well have been upgraded to a double. So if you've got like all the timer events that come off these guys, you've got to convert them. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm actually casting them to floats because it's just a hell of a lot easier for me to do that than change all my other variables for now. I'll get back to I'll dig through on an individual basis. I don't see the need for the double precision. It doesn't really mean a whole lot in a lot of places. I'm kind of confused as to why they made this change. It's very weird. But maybe they're trying to do something. Okay, montage. See, this removes all got turned into remove ats, so I have to delete the at. I don't exactly know why, but that's just the thing that happened. All right, so that file's clean. Downstate. This guy's time left has been converted into a double. Okay. Creature visuals. That one was awesome. Let me just do another build, clear them out, get a whole new list of them. And there are a couple of other errors I'm going to have to ask around. Okay, so get children and get all the children has changed, I believe. Let's see. Returns an array of nodes. So I guess you have to cast the cast this thing immediately now. It's not explicitly a node for some reason. I wonder if it's something where you have to like do one of these. Or it says it returns an array of this. Okay. I'm wondering what this array, because I guess the array type is now typed, so it's not as generic. So, yeah. It now tells you every time you're dealing with these arrays in dictionaries to prefer the .NET C# versions as opposed to interfacing with the engine as best you can, which is basically what I've been doing the whole time I've been working to. It's just Shape 3D. I don't know why they convert this into Shape 3D. It was just Shape before and they changed it. Okay. So also the new, when you were creating a what do they call them? Scene, packed scene. Let's see. It's now called instantiate, I believe. Which is a little strange, actually. And I'm not going to use any of these non-explicit casts because it seems the way that they're going is they don't like them anymore. So I have to do a bunch of conversions there. Okay, removes have been converted for some reason. Okay. Remove. Another one of these. Yeah, just junk in your project. I was considering it rebuilding, but I think that's just too much work at this point. Dig through. I mean, I could dig through the code not so difficultly. Let's see. Build again. See if I can't get a couple more off the top. I don't see anything. Also, one of the things I have to do is the Godot adapter. All the stuff that I grabbed from Nakama has to be converted into Godot 4. And I have not really touched this code much, except kind of just accepting the signals that it gives me and hooking up stuff to my online Let's see. Signal awaiter. Wait to signal. Kind of surprised that this thing no longer cannot convert a variant to an object. Interesting. I do want to know what a variant is, because I think a variant is like a smaller it's not, I don't know if it's an object. Let's see what it is. Of course, it's not really documented in here, is it? Okay. It looks like it has dispose, like you would a, oh, okay, here's a bunch of types. So a variant is apparently a type, or it can be a type of, everything can be a type of variant. Let's see, vectors, transforms, quaternions. So it looks like it's just a way of getting type. And an object is a type of variant. Interesting. Byte arrays, okay. Wait, are these? Huh. Actually, that's just a public enum in here. Maybe that's, can I convert this array of... to convert this array of variants to objects? Actually, let's just see if I can do this. This is not a Godot object. Can I explicit cast it? I don't think you can. Okay, so this returns I mean, an object should be smaller than a variant. And then this needs to take in objects. I'm guessing this won't work. Huh. Yeah, I'm used to this being able to grab the objects. I wonder if there's anything online about converting a variant. Godot for variant to object. Okay. Okay. This is Godot. This isn't even 4. So okay, see, that's why I haven't seen it, is it's always just been object. That's gonna make things really interesting. How do I convert one to the other? Because I've got this signal is now awaiting variants, not objects, which is not going to work. Okay. There's something in here. Yeah, I need to convert this into the base class. As base as it gets. I don't even know how I'm going to convert it down to it, though. There's got to be a way to convert something into an object. I'm probably doing something dumb, and there's probably an easy way to do it. Convert one object into another. Okay, my object. Let's see if I can do Can I do a copy? Can I can't copy it there. Okay. Let's just see if this works. At least you get something. Let's make it an object list. Okay, result objects. We'll do objects.add. Okay, can I add that? Let's see, object, so I need to make a new. Okay, so looks like I can grab this. The result is by the first result of the objects, so we'll just go ahead and like this. Objects. Alright. That's a way to do it. Very weird. Okay, so we've got an error, because another of those are remove errors. God damn. Just annoying. Okay, so weapon model spawner, this is what we use to spawn the weapons. Looks like it doesn't like the, what is this though? Add arm side to variant, cannot convert. You know, I'm betting variant is one of those things where it doesn't like the, enums too. I've also noticed there's some more things going on here where the enums are not very happy. I wonder if you can add an enum to a variant somehow. Can you just like cast it to the enum in here? Will it actually just take the parameter? No, it needs it to be a variant. And a variant can't be an enum apparently. That seems like a really dumb way of doing it. How come this was working fine without it switching over before? Okay, so I've got this dictionary. And you can't, I mean, I guess it was converting it beforehand to an int anyway. So let's just throw it as an int. I mean, it must have just been doing that under the hood. It doesn't like these explicit casts anymore. These non-explicit casts. Especially with dictionaries. Dictionaries seem to have a whole bunch of other problems, so... Let's go weapon model. I'm pretty sure I unpacked that int into an enum anyway at the other side when the model's loaded. You can leave it open. Okay. Okay, let's build again. Get some of these out of the way. Man, it is going to be a while before I can run this thing. I don't think that's all of them. It's probably not even all of them. 330 errors. Man. Creature is... Wait a second. You can't... It won't load... It won't let you decide what it's gonna be. So can I do this? Can I do it as class? Or node? Okay, so that will clean those ones up. That's just gonna be really annoying. So I do that pattern all over the place for those loaders. Or remove errors. Okay. There's another thing that changed. Their move and slide have changed too. Now I guess they change it to where move and slide no longer returns the velocity after the move and slide, and also doesn't take in anything. So I'm wondering where that they set these parameters up. General behavior and properties have changed according to character body, motion mode. Now what I do a lot is I check to see if there is something in the way before I move the character, so that I don't have to constantly run move and slide, because performance-wise, move and slide was pretty bad in the physics layer. So, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. I did this in other places too. Is let's just call so velocity is gonna be equal to the movement. I'm not resetting it. And this is get slide count no longer exists. What is the functional get slide count now? Get slide collision count. Does not contain a collider. Okay, normally I just grab the collider. What am I getting now? Get collider? Okay. They really got to make up their mind whether or not they're going to use getters and setters for these things. Okay, contains, and they also did this thing where all the contains have been converted into contains and not contains key. Okay, so here's a big one I had to do earlier, which is the intersect ray. They've got a new thing called ray query physics parameters, and you have to build parameters and assign all the relevant data that I'm sending in here into those parameters. So, we'll go ahead and make one. Go ahead and start grabbing all the stuff we would normally do. And it's like, it's got collide with areas and collide with bodies, and those are both true because the two at the back end of the old way of doing it were both true. You can see these two guys back here. I'm pretty sure that's what these ones were. It wants to know what my layer is. Collision, which has now been turned into collision mask, which makes more sense. I think that was the way they named it earlier was kind of a weird way of doing it. I should probably move these guys at the top. And what do we got? Ray params. What else? We've got. Gotta fill in a couple more of these. So, do I have excludes? No, I know excludes. Okay, there's from and to. I think is the new nomenclature for start and end. And what else we got? So I got the layer, I've got the start and end position, and then so we will run with the ray parameters in here, and it will stop erroring at me. And then we'll move this guy. Do another build. I'm gonna go get another drink. Be right back. Okay. Source generator script. See, this is something I found earlier, which is script properties. What is this? Godot string name. Godot source generators. I don't know what this Godot source generator stuff is. And physics insurers. All this crap that I have no idea. Oh, I know what this is. But I don't know what this is. What is this Godot source generator? Cannot assign. I don't even know where that is in my project. It doesn't exist as far as I'm aware. Okay. We'll go back to the errors I can fix, and then I'm going to figure out what's going on with the errors that I can no longer seem to figure out. All right, so we've got this. Find node. Good. Get node works. Get node or null. I guess they got rid of find node. Weird. Yeah, this source generators thing, generated properties. I have no idea what that's all about. That is weird to me. But hopefully if I fix up the rest of these, some of those get cleaned up. Okay, so it thinks that these guys need to be made a node. Why is there 2 brackets here? There shouldn't be. Okay, and it wants these explicit casts again. I do wonder why they changed how it works. I know that the explicit casts are probably more static typed, which makes their little... Oh wait, this is not the right guy. This is an obstruction subtype. Which means they could potentially fail harder. Let's see. I don't set up any of my stuff with the typical C# defining at vars and things like that because I want to make sure I get explicit typed on my stuff. But let's see. All right, so here's a bunch of problems. Cool. All right, so does a rectangle no longer have extents? That's hilarious. So they change it to size? Yep, they changed it to size. Weird. It's just some nomenclature changes that they do. Makes you wonder what their reason for changing it is. And we need to do some more explicit casts. Okay, and we've got some fire events. I do wonder because this instantiate versus instance is kind of a weird thing because I could have sworn that instance was more of a grabber. Okay, so I believe that's... Okay, so what's weird to me is when you can create a new vector 2, you have to now pass in to floats. So I can just do this now and grab those old vector 2s, and it will give me my value I need. I mean, I'm not sure if I did that or if that's something that they added. But it's fine to get rid of it. Okay, so you cannot make a variant null. You can't set a variant as a null in a dictionary. which is interesting to me. I want to see if you can actually put something in there that is null. Let's see if anybody's got anything recent on this, because when signing it is ignored and returns null. I don't know about that. That seems like it's... How old is this? August? Fairly recent. Why can't say dictionary is a null? Okay, I really need to find the beta latest. Okay, I need to find a dictionary. Need a tight, safe wrapper around this guy. Okay. Well, then why does it care what I'm setting it? If it's actually using system object instead of variant, shouldn't it just let me do it? So, okay, so this is a dictionary. Can I do it? Well, I want to figure out what I can do to type this dictionary. It says that it's using object, but it's certainly not doing it in here. I don't think I can turn it wants to be a variant. That could be explicit type. it's just because it won't be... I don't know why it doesn't like it. I really don't know. You to like throw it on this side? No. Wrapper around Godot's dictionary class. Of variant typed elements allocated. Yeah, because that will type it, but I'm not sure why this piece isn't typing it. Just go on here. Okay, so if I want constant, only primitive types can be constant. Global enum constants are moved into their own enums. Okay, looks like that's fine. I need an example of this. That's what I really need. I need to find a good example of the Godot dictionary. This isn't C#, not gonna help me. Okay, that's a, yeah, this is the same problem I've got. And I thought these would both be objects too, but apparently they're not. At least not in 4. Yep, someone else has the same exact problem I have. That is a pain in the butt. Can we do double object? That is what I expect it to be. Compatible to object. Object is the equivalent of variant. I mean, that really should be it. I'm going to figure that out because that can't stay like that. I need to get this thing working. Let's go through these guys. Okay, so if I can't type this to an object as a null, the variant can't be null, I can make it a new variant. Boom. And now I have what is effectively a null thing. No typing, no nothing. And I can actually, can I convert this? Let me see if we can do with a variant. object O equals variant. And then I can convert it from there. So I can make that do something. Or the fact that it can't be null is really weird. And objects can be null, so why can't it be null? Window null variant. I know it says that it can't be null, but okay. I already know that. It's not super useful. Let's see, okay. Okay, using null as default parameter causes the parser. Yep, so this is the same thing. This is also the guy that I'm working with his code with the Nakama stuff. So let's take a look at the commits he put into this. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, there's just a heck of a lot of stuff still not working in Godot 4, is there? You know, maybe this is premature. This sounds like there's still a bunch of problems. Yeah. I don't know. Very, very weird. Why can't you make a null variant? Interesting, okay. There is a tight nil. That's interesting. So, what is that all about? How do I get the Godot returns a function of variant type stored in feed variant type. So it's there is a nil type for a variant. Interesting, okay. So I can make a variant type nil. Just put this guy in there. Kind of read only. can I create it in the constructor? Interesting, okay. Why would I want to make that even smaller? There's no real reason to do that. Okay. Is there no constructor in... Godot variant is a struct. I'll take a look. It's a struct, okay, so it's a struct that has... Let me type. Interesting, okay. So it's got a lot of ways to convert it around. But how do you set the type? It's a new struct. It should let me set a type somewhere in here. Yeah, I don't know what happens when you create a new variant. Should probably load that up in a blank project and figure out what's going on there. Okay, we can dump this. Script properties generated. Another thing with this properties. Go ahead and move that too, just in case. Change it later. More of these dumb errors. Let me take a look, because it says obstruction data. There's no errors in obstruction data. Ref counted is the new base class. Base class keeps a reference count. This was a... Why is it turned into a partial class? Our internal counter and auto release are no longer in use. I don't need a... Why is it a partial class? I don't need to be a partial class. Why is it a partial class? which is a subclass of a Godot object. What the heck? Let's just kill all that. See what it does. Okay, it's no longer yelling. Let's see. Reference. What was it called? It was called something. It was ref counted? Ref counted comes from an object. Base class keeps the reference class. Base class right here keeps a reference count. Refs count will automatically be freed instantly if they're no longer in use. Okay, so garbage collector will clear them up. But why does it have to be a partial class? That's weird to me. Huh. I want to see what I can do to why does it need to be partial? Let me just see what's going on there, because I've never seen this object type. Okay, so of course it doesn't exist in the old one. Okay, that's the same thing we're reading. Well, not exactly useful. Not exactly useful. Okay, let's see. Godot for ref counted. Let's take a look at what they were thinking here and why it's got to be a partial class. Okay. For ref counted. I want to make sure that I have to make it a partial class. Yeah, a lot of these are coming in like they are not. Okay, public partial class, my node. Wonder why everything's becoming a partial class. That means it's inheriting from this guy and incorporating pieces of that class, but not all of it. But it has the full class listed somewhere. Like in here. I wonder if all these are actually reasons I'm having issues in the builder over here. Generated script properties. I mean, there's no errors in here, but I'm getting these in the source generators. Okay. Interpolate's been turned into sample. Tween method has changed its okay, apparently callable is a new class type. Okay, it's a struct. We're gonna make a new callable. What? It's missing something? What could be possibly missing? Callable method. Callable. Dumb. Okay, so callable dot. Okay, what the fuck? So, delegate, the delegate is going to call. It's a method it can call. So target is this. Method is a string, I assume. Oh, these are all getters. Oh man, I wish they would just decide what they're going to do with this crap. All right, let's see. So, read only, read only. So this callable can be passed to delegate on a constructor, and it can get a method. So this is the one I want to do. I want to target and string. So this and the string. So that is my new callable. And the string is this guy. What's a string name? What is that? What is a string name? Man, they're adding all sorts of crap here. All right, so string name has... Where do I create a string name? Certainly they'll let me pass a string in here. Yep, pass a string in. You know, hopefully this stuff is, you know, gonna make the workflow better, but right now, the way that I've already done a whole bunch of work on this project is a pain in the butt looking at their new data types. Yeah, my hope is that once I get this guy set up, I can go back to working on the Godot 3 and just update what I need to update as pieces of Godot 4 get fixed. And then update whatever I need to add to the project when it's ready. But it does seem like it is a pretty big lift to move stuff over. Okay. Overlap creature as hero. Gotta get remove app. Okay. Bunch of just errors that did not need to be added. They changed perpendicular to a different function. It's called orthogonal, I believe. Yeah. Returns a perpendicular vector, which I think is hilarious because the other one was called perpendicular. Okay, so this array of children must be a node array, or it's a... Okay, and this is the same thing, a node array. Okay, let's see. How we're making progress. We're now at 261 errors. Oh god. The JSON stuff is all busted now? That would be horrible too. What is this? Okay. Get as text. Well, that is a string. I mean, that should be correct. Maybe it's because it's doing an explicit nope, it actually wants something else. Returns an error. And this is returning a string. Parse takes in a string. So why does it not like it? All right. Reference is required. So this is no longer static. So I've got to actually just pass the JSON. I don't get it. Do I need to get a... Okay, it says JSON string. JSON parse string. No, it looks like it's a static version of it. An object is reference required for the non-static field. Get as text. Should be able to take that string in. It returns a variant. Error. Attempts to parse the JSON string provided. What is going on with it? Why does it not like it? Object reference is required. An object reference. I don't understand what object reference it means. That returns a variant. Returns null if it's failed, but they've just lied to me earlier. They said the variant can't be null. Such a... Yeah, that is weird. It requires you to return a null if it fails. And the variant is not a result. Yeah, man. Wish there was better documentation on this stuff, but it's pretty early, I think. JSON parse. Is this the latest, or is this the stable? This is stable, I mean the latest. I need C# version of everything. Okay, here we go. We got a string. Parse string returns a variant. What are we looking at here? We got what returns the result? Figure out what the hell is going on with this new Godot. Okay, so JSON parse returns what? It returns an error. Non-static variant of parse string if you want custom error handling. What the heck gets a result now? Because I want to get the dictionary result. Okay. Parse is used to convert into a variant that can be used within Godot. Type of JSON converted into dictionary. Check the variant's type is what you expect. JSON objects are converted into dictionary, but JSON data can be used to store arrays, strings, numbers. Okay, so I see here error is the parse. So we're at the regular JSON parse. And that gives me the error message. And then parse string, which is this one, returns a result, returns a variant. And I want to see if add this guy to it for safekeeping. Let's see. So it's telling me the variant can't be null. I mean, that's really weird. Because it tells me here that the variant returns null if it doesn't successfully parse. I mean, I can do an explicit cast to an object and see if that object is null. That's the best I could do. Okay, well, hopefully clean up a bunch of these errors and get back to working on the actual project, and then I can wait until, you know, real things get done in Godot 4 that are a little more easy to understand. File exists. All right, this is the file. I think this has become static now, so I can actually just call. I don't need a specific file. I can just do this. File exists. I think that's a static class. Let's do that down here as well. Okay, and then I need to actually, oh no, it looks like it actually wants to get, it's actually creating an instance here and it wants to open it. So I want to do this. I want to see if that is something that will solve the error. Okay, here's that JSON parse again. That was done. Parse string. Get rid of the result. And guess I'll just do that down here as well. It should be complaining at me because you can't make that null. Convert it to an object. All right, where are we on time? Maybe I'll cut it off and keep working at this later. Looks like we're almost 2 hours into it, hour and a half into it. So I'm gonna keep working at this and the stream, and I think next week I will probably be back working on my Godot 3 project. See if I can't get more done on it without having to worry about all these conversions and stuff. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.